Okay, it looks like we have several people on already. It's nice to have you. Nice to be with you since I didn't have a voice yesterday at all. And I guess it's easy to rest your voice when you live alone. But so we'll just do the best I can do. My sister called early not early, but this morning to check on me. And maybe we talked maybe, I don't know, 7, 8, 10 minutes, something like that. And by then I was losing my voice again. So we'll see how I do. Got my water with me. What was I gonna tell you? I know one thing. So registration is going on now for my garden birdhouses class to go. It's selling really well, so I'm very excited. But you can find information about this class to go on my blog, stampinpeace.com. It's all there. The other thing is just today I opened up registration to join my 2022-2024 in color clubs. And if you don't know what that is, basically you get to spread out the cost of all of the in color products in our new catalog over 5 months, and I ship them to you 1 month at a time, one color at a time. So say for example, in May, and we would do it May through September, I just bill you each month, send you an invoice at the first of the month, you pay it online, and I ship your in color products. So it's really a lot of fun. It's a great way for people to get this wonderful collection of products, but without having to purchase it all at the beginning when we want it all, and to space our payments out. So it's really just a matter of service and convenience for my customers. It has gone over very well in the last few years, so I'm happy to offer it again this year. But all of the information about the 2022 to 2024 in color clubs is up on my, now I have to think, did it already post to my blog? I don't know. I've been sitting here on the couch for a few days just doing computer work, posts and tutorials and things. So I'm a little bit mixed up now. If it's not on stampinpeace.com yet, it will be on there by the end of the day, but I believe it's already posted earlier this afternoon. So you'll want to check that out. And speaking of in colors, that's the first thing I'm going to show you. Look at these. I haven't even opened my packages yet. Look at these beautiful in colors. I mean, they really are gorgeous. And I'm going to say I liked them when I saw them online. I liked them even better when I saw them in the actual catalog. And now that I have them in my hands, I know that I really like them. And I think I'm going to love working with all 5 of them. But the first one is, I might have to put my glasses on. The first one is called Sweet Sorbet. And I'm trying to think how to describe it. Kind of a close to Poppy Parade, but not as red and not quite as bold. Parakeet Party. Love it. I always love the names they come up with too. Tahitian Tide. That sounds like an exotic place, doesn't it? Tahitian Tide. Starry Sky. Makes me think of Van Gogh. Starry Night. And Orchid Oasis. And I will say that these two at times looked kind of blue to me, but they're more, they are more purple. They really are more purple, but very different from the other purples that we have. This one I would almost say is kind of a cornflower blue, but there's definitely much more purple in them than I first thought. Then we have the in color DSP, you know, those 6x6 packages. And each year they do different prints on these color family DSPs. So I'll just show you what some of those are. And there's the back side. Actually, let me do it this way, because they're the same prints in each of the colors. Sorry, my fingers are all whatever. So floral on one side, and then a tone-on-tone stripe on the back. I always love the tone-on-tone papers. And then there is a polka dot and this nice check or plaid. And so then we have those in all 5 of the in colors that I just showed you. Okay, in addition to that, we have a ribbon to coordinate with each of the in colors. What surprised me is that when I got the ribbons, they're much more sparkly. They're shimmery, it's bling. It's not your ordinary ribbon. So I was very surprised. It has a really nice glimmer sheen to it, which I didn't pick up online or in the catalog. So I'm excited about that. It's narrow too, 1/8 inch. So narrow ribbon. Oh, you know, I should have brought my scissors. I think I can do it. Then, and this is actually the first suite I was going to show you then. And that suite is called Tea Boutique. And one thing I noticed about the suites in this catalog is they are very affordable. Remember when Stampin' Up! Started doing the suites, the product suites, they were very expensive and included all the bells and whistles, all of the extras. They have changed that, and now the suites basically contain a bundle, a DSP, and an embellishment of some sort. So I really like that because that makes getting it all more affordable for all of us. And you know, Pat, that's exactly what I'm going to do because I know right where those scissors are. Thank you. I love patient people. Okay, but I wanted to show you this suite. So here's the bundle itself. Cup of tea. Here is the designer series paper. I'm going to pull them out one by one and show you. Get some purples over there. So you can see there are larger, more themed prints on the first side. Look at this, the lemons. And then just some small, colorful patterns on the back side. This is like leafy greens, I would say. And this entire set of designer series paper is in the new in colors. So I love that they did that for us. I love this floral. I believe there's 12 different sheets and you're getting a different pattern or print on each side. So a total of 24 different ones. And this, I think, is my favorite. The little envelopes. Look how bright and cheerful this is. Oh, I didn't show you the back side of that. And this probably is a close second to my favorite. But look at the back. I love that. So yes, you know, designer series paper is sort of my go-to product. When I sit down to design, I typically start with designer series paper. And because then I get kind of have my theme, and I have my color scheme, my color, not scheme, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. And then the other part of that suite with the bundle and the DSP is this package of note cards and envelopes. So here's, let me see how I'm doing that. So here's a lot of the card bases. They're just really simple. They have a pattern to them, but they're really quite simple, just background pattern. So they'll make for nice cards. They are 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch A2 size cards like we normally make. And then look at these envelopes. These are actually very stunning. To the point I even thought, oh, they would be fun to cut up and use as card fronts themselves, and then just put the cards in regular envelopes. So I don't know which way I'll go with that, but I really, really love them. There are a few embellishments that go with the in color products. I do not have all of those. When I got on early in the morning to place my pre-order last Friday, some of the products weren't in yet, but then they came later in the day, so I ordered those later, and they're still on their way. I think they've shipped, but I don't have them yet. But it'll be a nice surprise for you when you do see them. Okay, the next suite I wanted to tell you about or show you is Hes the Man. And, well, I'll start with the bundle. So Hes the Man. One thing that really caught my eye is that on this die set, there's really great pieces to use with sentiments from other stamp sets. So super versatile. And then just a nice variety of masculine sentiments and themes in this stamp set. The embellishment is rustic metallic adhesive back dots. It's kind of a mouthful. Just simple metallic dots. But here's the paper. And again, in this paper, there's a nice variety of themes in it. So here's sort of I'd say a grilling and a farming theme. And then on the back, we have a nice print, but something that would be great for backgrounds on your cards or scrapbook pages. This is for the man that goes to the office or likes to get dressed up in his suits. This is for your car enthusiasts. There's that in the back. This is kind of a, I would say, a camping or campground theme. And then the last two sheets, this is it one or, yeah, it's two. This is really unique, and I don't always read the fine print on everything. I know, confessions, right? But this sheet, because I was thinking when I saw it in the catalog, oh, how would I work with that? Well, I could cut these apart or maybe use some of those dies to cut them apart. Guess what? And there's two sheets of these. They're die cut. They're die cut. And I'm cutting out or punching out two at once. It's that easy. So super fun and easy, not just for card making, but maybe your memory keeping as well. So that's the product in the Hes the Man suite. The next suite I'm going to show you is, and I might not have all these names correct, Sun Prince Do you remember when we were kids? Inez is asking, will I do assorted DSP packs? Probably not this time, Inez, because I haven't been getting good response the last few times I did it. So I thought, well, maybe I'll take that away and do something else for a while and bring it back later at another time. But do you remember when we would take colored paper, maybe construction paper outside and sit in the sun, and we'd put something on top of that paper, and then the sun would create a shadow behind it, and then you would see how the paper would fade around that object. And that's kind of the thought behind this sun prints paper. Okay, I love this sheet. I love everything about this sheet. I would do a collage with this. I would do a scrapbook page. I absolutely love that. Here's the back. That watercolor wash look is still very much in. Not just in crafting, but home decor, clothing, everything. I like that stripe a lot too. Put them a little closer. Okay, this one has a very fine detailed print of some foliage. You see that? And the navy blue speckle on the back. This is super pretty too. See the varying shades of the blue in there. And the colors in there are obviously Night of Navy, Pacific Point, Starry Sky, and Gray Granite. Not too bad reading that without my glasses. And then the bundle that's part of the Sun Prints suite is right here. And it's just really nice, naturey. You can see that some of the dies coordinate perfectly with the stamped images, and others are there simply to enhance extra pieces. And I think the font on here is very different too than any we've had. So I really like that as well. And then to me, this is kind of the crowning glory of this suite. I'm gonna take it out of plastic so you can see better. It's the Fern embossing folder. That is so gorgeous. What a great background that would make. However, I can also see me using it for the fronts of cards, like simple cards, where I might just put a sentiment and, wrap a ribbon behind it and then put the sentiment. I think this is going to be super popular. Like I said, I think it's kind of the crowning glory of that suite. Okay. The next suite I have is, and keep in mind, demonstrators cannot order everything from the annual catalog. With our smaller catalogs, we typically can order everything. However, with the annual catalog, that's just too much inventory for them to keep all the inventory from the current catalog, plus all the inventory from the new catalog. So they limit our selections. So I got most of it, most of what was on the list. All right, the next one is Hues of Happiness is the name of the suite. Hues of Happiness. Of course, nice florals. We have these nice edgelets here too. And the one actually looks like, the one is just like dashes. The other one, it looks like holes of a notebook, a spiral bound notebook. So I thought that was kind of neat and intriguing. And the stamp set, I love the flowers, but the sentiments in the fonts If you like stamp sets that have a wide variety of greetings for many different occasions or reasons for sending cards, this is one of those. And let me show you the paper. I love that tea set too, Inez. All right, so here's the Hues of Happiness paper. Talk about screaming spring and summer. Okay, look at this one. You love rainbows? Look at that. I think that's absolutely stunning. And the tiny flowers on the back. Okay, I really like, on this, I really like the dark blue in the background behind the flowers. So you can see there's quite the rainbow theme going on with these pages, both on the bigger printed side, as well as the backs. So I'm very curious to see what people come up with. A couple of those I even thought wouldn't make neat scrapbook pages, as far as like having a scene, like maybe the beach or a forest, something like that, sunset or sunrise. And then, okay, these are really cool. And these are called Glossy Dots Assortments. Glossy Dots Assortments. 4 colors, 3 sizes. Love them. All right, so that's it for the sweets. Now I want to show you a few of the packs of Designer Series paper that they let us purchase. And this first one is quite different. And the size of it, I gotta check. The size is, so this is, I think for card fronts, you would use this. The size of these lovely layers that they're called are 3 3/4 by 5 inches. So they are sized to coordinate with the A2 size cards. But it's vellum, it's printed vellum. So let me go through some of these. And there's several of each. So great for card fronts because of that size, 3 3/4 by 5. If you just want a little peek of vellum. This one's interesting. This is the first I've opened these. Would be very neat for black and white cards with a pop of color. This would be neat to accent something, an image or a sentiment with those rings. And then the others are cut pieces of vellum, which I love. I love. And I think the price is reasonable. I don't remember what it was, but when I looked at it, I remember thinking, okay, that's reasonable. I would pay for that. And I think I'm going to have a lot less waste of vellum than buying the 8.5 by 11 vellum sheets. So I'm super excited to use these. And then we have the perfectly penciled. Stampin' Up! Has caught on to the fact that people love black and whites. Black and whites because they can customize that DSP, make it any color they want. Or they just want to make black and white cards or black and white with a pop of color. They work for so many different things. I really like this with all the leaves. So you can see one side is florals and greens, and the other side is patterns and things. Now, as soon as I said that, they put flowers and greens on both sides of this one. I do really love this one. Okay, so that is perfectly penciled, black and white DSP. This one is called Pretty Prince. Oh, Pat, that's funny. Yes, if somebody would just invent laundry that folds itself and dishes that wash themselves and put themselves away, I would love it. Then we'd have more time for all this crafting, right? Okay, this is called, did I tell you the name? Pretty Prince. And let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 different ones. So you're getting 12 sheets. No, yes, 4 different ones. Different colors, I'll say, 4 different colors, and you're getting 3 sheets of each. They are 12 by 12. Kind of a take on the Sun Prince DSP, yet different enough. Oh wait, maybe I'm wrong. Hold on 1 second. Back up, sister. Oh, I am wrong. I told you wrong. This one came up different and I thought, what? No, this is so cool. Okay, so my bad. They are 3 different sheets. And yes, many of the patterns are much like the, same, no, those are different too. Are much like the Sun Prince, but they did them in different colors for us. I did not catch that at first. What a happy mistake. What a nice surprise, huh? I still love that. That's the page I said in the Sun Prince that was my favorite. This is the one I saw that I thought, wait a second, I didn't see those in the other 2 colors. Looks like Evening Evergreen, that color. So that's Perfect Prince, or perfectly printed. Pretty Prince. Pretty Prince. It was perfectly penciled, right? And this is Pretty Prince. And then for the last one, this is called Brushstroke. Now the price point on this I felt is a little more because there's only 3 sheets in here, but I picture using this only for a very special project if you're going to use a large piece, or it's hard to show you this, or using just small snippets of it, small bits of it, kind of like embellishing. It's, I don't even know how to describe it. It almost has sort of a cross between moire and leather feel to it. I know that sounds crazy. Maybe you can see the pattern a little better and the sheen. There's a nice shine to it in the lighter colors. Think of this pattern or texture as like a fabric. That might help you imagine it a little bit more. Okay, then I have a few bundles to show you. 1 second. Okay, so the bundles are Bottled Happiness, I thought this would be so fun, this bottle punch, to somehow do like message in a bottle card. And you can see they gave you ways to make, to fill in the bottles so they can look like they're full or empty or partially full. Sweet Songbirds. I wasn't sure if I was going to get this, but when I saw the punch and I saw a few of the examples, I was like, I have to have it. It's so stinking cute. So stinking cute. I mentioned my In Color clubs at the beginning of the live. Part of the In Color club, one thing they receive every month with their In Color products is a handmade card. And I notice the sweet prices vary a little bit. I would say they're probably like between $60 and $80, $60 and $75, something like that. 65 and 75, somewhere in there, but reasonably priced considering they have a bundle, DSP, and embellishment. But anyways, I also with their In Color products send them a handmade card made with that particular In Color and only that color. So it might be that with black or that with white. And I was like, okay, this would be super cute to make a card with one of the In Colors for one of the months. Okay, this one is another one I thought about for a while before I put it on my list. It's called Brewed for You. And the reason I ended up getting it is that, you know, craft beers and craft beer breweries are very popular now. And John and Andrea, that's one thing they like to do is go to different places and try different things. And John's birthday is, actually it's this month, the 21st. So I thought this would be fun to make a card for him with this particular bundle, Brewed for You. Okay, the next one, as soon as I saw it, I knew I was getting it. It went right to my list, top of my list, really. I like it for a lot of reasons. Number one, there's lots of stamps and lots of dies that go with that. I love that they have sending as a word die, but then also have the bubble for it, the mat for that word. I like that the flowers are simple. This is a set that could easily, you can easily use for simple but elegant cards or just simple stamping. And then the fonts, or not the fonts, the greetings. So here's all the different ones that go with, and you just would add this to sending. And it even has some die cuts that you could use for those. So sending smiles across the miles, love that. Sending all the good luck your way, sending sunshine to brighten your day, sending love and big hugs, sending birthday wishes, sending a note of thanks, sending a card to say hello, sending comfort and strength. So it just covers so many different reasons for sending cards. So I think this is one that I will use over and over and over. And the next one also went right to the top of my list is Wisteria Wishes. I don't ever recall, in my 13 years as a demonstrator, I don't really recall us having a Wisteria stamp set. Maybe there has been, but I don't really recall that. But it's got a nice collection of dies, both that coordinate with the stamped images, but also some extras. One thing too is it's not just wisteria. You can do the wisteria like that hangs, like the wisteria vines, but flip these over and put them on these stems and you get a whole different kind of flower. If you flip them over, see that? You flip them over and put them on those stems, you get a different kind of flower, Do you see something else when I flip those over? Do you see something else there when I flip that over? Could be trees. Yes, Inez. I see fir trees, evergreens. So very, very cool. Love that. Excited about that. And I believe, let me double check. This is the last thing I have to show you. Christmas trees. Yes, definitely. So you can see, started out being a stamp set I loved because it had wisteria flowers. But then I looked at it further and thought, I can do so many more things with it. And the last thing I have to show you is this. And again, this is probably, I don't really get big into the animal themes, but look at these animals. Are they not sweet? And it's sort of like the stamps are like, kind of like pen and ink drawn or pencil drawings. And I think they would work great just stamping, not even coloring, for simple cards. And if you wanted to color them, I'm picturing using my watercolor pencils with these. But like I said, this is not typically a theme I gravitate to, but I couldn't resist. They are really, really cute. So I'm excited about these. And I don't know, I might even put together a class with this because I just think they're so fun. Could be a great masculine card. I mean, really for anybody. Zoo lovers, animal lovers, people who love to go on safaris and adventures. Just learning about animals. Really cool, really cool. Okay, oh yes. Kiki, yes, phlox flowers on those other ones, the wisteria set. Okay, I'm gonna scroll back through and see. Oh, Ellen, I love that. The panda goes great with a relax quote. Oh, yes. Telling somebody relax. Take care of yourself. Take a break. Breathe. I love that, Ellen. Let's see. I'm going to scroll back before I say goodbye so I see if there were any questions or comments that I need to answer or share. Looking. Did anybody see anything that you think, oh, I absolutely. Oh, Tina, your order just arrived. Oh my gosh, isn't it like Christmas? I'm telling you, I've been a demonstrator almost 14 years and I still get so excited. I was sitting here working. I really haven't even been in my Stampin' Studio the last few days. I just been sitting on the couch and doing computer work that I need to do for my business, writing posts and tutorials and different things. But gosh, I heard that the truck, I can hear the UPS truck pull up in front of my house. And my thought was, oh, thank God I got dressed today. Because I didn't want to wait. Because sometimes he'll sit out there and, go through, what are his next few drops in the neighborhood. Because I'm at the very front of my neighborhood. But I was like, oh yeah, I can grab that box right away because I'm dressed today. Okay, let me see. Anything else? Honey cough drops. Yes, I've been doing the honey thing. Elizabeth, yes, the colors, the in colors are absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. You want to take another look? They're just so fun. They're really vibrant. Even the dark ones, especially that darkest one, Starry Sky, they're really bright, cheerful, vibrant. And I think they all work really well together, but I can also picture using them with a lot of our other Stampin' Up colors. which is what Stampin' Up is all about. The coordination of colors and product coordination. And really, it's the color coordination that drew me into Stampin' Up, because I'm not good with, finding the right pink or the right pink embellishment to go on this card. And I would go to the store and there could be two and I'd bring the wrong one home. So that I love. And then the longer I've been with Stampin' Up, the more they've started coordinating products, which is really incredible, because they didn't do that when I first became a demonstrator almost 14 years ago. Jody says, can't wait to see what I make first. Actually, my plan is to get a good night's sleep and just do some creating in my Stampin' P studio tomorrow downstairs. That is my plan. Beth says she loves all the new in colors, bright colors. Pauline loves the bird punch. I think that's going to be a lot of fun, Pauline. Oh, you're welcome, Inez. And I think that was it. Yep, I think that's it. Okay, well, I'm going to say good night, good evening, good afternoon, I guess. It's only, 4:40. But then I'm going to rest my voice because I have a brief Zoom or Facebook Live with my team at 7. So I'm going to rest my voice until then. But tomorrow I will be in my Stampin' Studio creating all day, hopefully. And I do plan to do my usual Wednesday evening Facebook Live tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay. Don't know what I'm going to do yet. Maybe I'll do what I had planned for yesterday. Maybe I'll do something with new product. I have no idea yet. So you'll be surprised. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Jody, thank you for the prayers. I do appreciate that. And honestly, when I looked at my comments on my post yesterday saying that I could not do the Facebook Live, you guys really touch me. I just feel like I have this great community of really sincere, caring people. And I want you to know how much I appreciate that. So I will say goodbye and I'll see you tomorrow.